The Grizzlies come in flying high. They're disciplined, they're deep, and they're deadly in transition. But don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. The Blackfish live for this moment. They're missing a few key pieces, sure, but this is a team built on chaos, speed, and ambush style lacrosse. They don't need a full game lineup to flip it. They just need an opening. So it's power versus pressure, precision versus unpredictability. It's the league's best against a team that refuses to play by the script. Buckle up, lacrosse fans. Blackfish and Grizzlies is next. Here we go. Reese Barnes checks into the dot. One of the most deadly face-off men in the ALL West. And he does it again. He'll start it out. Blackfish in control. Gurney brings it up to the neutral zone. He'll check that one across. Finds Gillis. Gillis breaks in through the middle. Retreats briefly. Here they come. Vanachuk now on the far side. Makes a move to the outside. Passes back up top for Gillis, who cycles in. Blackfish working it around now. Vanachuk still with it. Working his way around, trying to fire it in front, intended for Quebeca. But the shot clock hits 0-0. Grizzlies in control now. Morimatsu is going to get it started. Baker back to him. Morimatsu works over for Brunch. 51 points coming in tonight's contest, number 33. Denon Armstrong now. He cycles in. Krosick keeping on the outside, finds Moffat now. Moffat up top for Morimatsu. Shot on, can't find the mark. Misses. The right side of Humphrey. Krosick the other way for the Blackfish. Still with it is Krosick. He works it up for Gillis. Back to Andre. Drew Andre. He'll throw it across for Malott. Malott cuts in, fires, shot on. Saved by Wandler. Had to squeeze the pads tight to keep that one out. Doughty now up through the neutral zone. He'll play that one over for Kelly. Kelly quickly works that one over to Mellish. Mellish now for Baker. Finds Carlson. Brunch off the bench. Passes that one across for Carlson. Back to Brunch. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Manarino finds Baker in the slot. Shot on Humphrey, the save. Steers that one aside. To the right corner. Scooped up by Brunch. He'll keep the possession alive. Breaks through the D, but lost the ball in transition. Colton Lundy now works it up for the Blackfish. He'll play that one over for Quebeca. Quebeca for Gillis now. On to Malott. Ethan Malott makes a move to the outside. Good defense by Margetson, keeping him to the outside. Grizzlies keeping them away. Sharp angle shot, Drew Andre. Wandler made the save. Scooped up by Gillis. Blackfish maintain possession. Andre shots on fire, scores. Drew Andre draws first blood for the Blackfish as they get it going tonight at the Field House at the Langley Event Center. Blackfish gonna need a lot of offense. And Drew Andre, just the man to do it. They're coming in tonight's contest without a couple key players up front, namely Connor Watson, their leading point getter, and Reese Porteous. So the Blackfish got to capitalize on those offensive chances without those two stirring the drink. Good forecheck by Gurney, creating a turnover for the Blackfish as they're making the Grizzlies' life a little tricky advancing it. Here comes Henning. He'll find Gillis, who works that over to Malott. Malott up along the far side. Fires for Henning up top, but it's blocked in front and going the other way. Ball up for grabs, though, in the neutral zone. Still up for grabs. Scooped up by Henning. Long shot on as the shot clock was expiring. So Doughty going to get it going for the Grizz. Denon Armstrong through the neutral zone and onto the attack. He'll work that back for Carlson off the bench, who finds Morimatsu up along the far side. Morimatsu shot on Humphrey with the save. Rebound scooped up by Square. I'll move that one over for Scott. Scott working it up. Now to Quebeca. Quebeca still with it. Blackfish maintaining possession here. Drew Andre looking for a second in the night. Wandler had other ideas. Scooped up by Quebeca on the rebound, though. My, oh, my. That's a high IQ lacrosse play right there. Xander Quebeca stayed with the play the whole way. Caught Wandler on the back foot, and just like that, it's Blackfish 2. Grizzlies nothing. So much for missing a couple key contributors up front. Quebeca and Andre filling in nicely. Face-off violation there, so Grizzlies ball. Gonna get a reset here. Here they come. Carlson now works over for Baker. Baker for Morimatsu. Gurney some defense there. Little check from behind on Brunch. So possession awarded to the Blackfish. Hunter Agus is going to roll that one back up top for Henning, who works that over for Quebeca. Back to Henning. Henning looking, finds Andre off the bench, who works that up to Malott. Malott now finds Quebeca across the way. Shot on. Wandler makes the save. Doughty now bringing it up for the Grizz. Up to the neutral zone. They'll pass that one off to Manarino for Denon Armstrong. Armstrong got a little room to operate, makes a move in tight, shot on. Humphrey the save. Gets the right shoulder on that one and steers it aside. Manarino for Moffett. Moffett. Good defense by Nick Scott. Creative use of the lumber there and creates the turnover. Blackfish the other way. Vanachuk. Pass that one over for Roberts. But good defense there by Moffett. Showing off the two-way game. Grizzlies going to complete the change. And here they come. Carlson over for Brunch now. Brunch cuts in, shot on. Good save. Humphrey rebound. It's up for grabs. Mellish tried his best to get at it, but Gurney saw to it. Otherwise, Agus works that one up. Blackfish in control. Vanachuk over for Gillis. Gillis on the far side. Still with it. He'll find Andre, who cycles that one quickly back to Gillis. Shot on there. Wandler the save. High rebound and into the corner. Now it's scooped up by Robbie Turpin. And he's got some foot speed. Robbie Turpin. He's got a chance. Shot on. Humphrey the save. Oh, it stays out. Humphrey got enough of that one and turned Turpin aside. Great save. Brandon Humphrey keeping the sheet clean. Quebeca now the other way for the Blackfish. He'll pass that one back. Vanachuk steps into one. That one was blocked in front, hit a man. A little overzealous on the handling from Wandler, so Blackfish awarded possession. Malott trying to play that one across. Got there a little awkwardly. Quebeca, who found Henning. Sharp angle shot. Wandler the save. Blackfish, courtesy of Vanachuk, keep the possession alive. Ball finds its way to Quebeca now. He'll work it in. Sets up Vanachuk on the one-time opportunity, but good save Wandler. Here come the Grizz. Carter Clark up to the neutral zone. He'll find Manarino. Manarino for Armstrong. Armstrong up the short side. Finds Mellish. Good defense by the Blackfish. Agus and Barnes team up on that one. Now it's Gurney the other way. He's going to slow things down. Allow the Blackfish to change. He'll flip that one for Barnes. Barnes up along the short side, cuts in. Fires that one across for Gillis, who works that over to Malott. Ethan Malott still with it. Works it over for Henning, shot on. Good save, Wandler, as he steered that one to the right corner. Gillis works it over for Andre, fakes the shot, then makes the pass. Gillis back for Andre, steps into one. Shot on, Wandler, another save. Henning beats Doughty to the corner. Blackfish maintain possession. Andre now up at the point. Bounce pass over for Gillis. Gillis now. Kelly and Margetson getting in on that one, creating the loose ball. Grizzlies gonna let it tick to 0. That'll do it for our mid-quarter timeout. When we come back, we'll get set to bring you the rest of the first quarter. 2-0 for the men in red. Welcome back into the booth, lacrosse fans. Catch all the ALL West action at tfsctv.ca, where you can stream the games all season long. Here we go. Grizzlies on the attack. Manarino in the office. Looking, fires. Finds Baker in front and works that over for Brunch. Now Brunch got some room, makes a pass. Carlson in tight, shot on, can't find the mark. Carlson couldn't toe the line, trying to get the ball out of the netting. So possession awarded to the Blackfish. Here comes Jordan Roberts. Roberts, bounce pass. Works that one up for Malott, who plays that back for Quebeca. On to Henning. Henning for Andre. Malott finds Vanachuk. Vanachuk for Andre. Trying to find Quebeca. Couldn't handle it cleanly, but maintained possession. Long shot on there. Hit a man in front and deflects wide. Absolute howitzer, mind you. That shot had bad intentions. Moffitt now brings it up for the Grizz. Thomas Moffitt. He'll play that one back for Marcel Manarino. Toru Moromatsu now cycles it over. Finds Armstrong up along the short side. Armstrong still with it. Good defense by Krozik, getting in front of that one. Ball deflects up high off Krozik to Brunch, who takes a long shot on Humphrey, who makes the save with ease. He'll leave that one for Barnes, who works that up for Agus. Excuse me, that's Cam Squarick. He'll throw that over for Malott, who finds Gillis. Gillis now fires that one across for Henning. Henning steps into one, blocked though by Robbie Turpin. Blackfish maintain possession, single digits on the shot clock now. Malott trying to find the man on the back door opportunity, but couldn't handle it in cleanly. Here comes Kelly. He'll play that one back for Moromatsu, who works that up for Carlson. Carlson up along the far side. Bounce pass back for Brunch off the bench. Kyle Brunch makes a move. Low shot on, can't find the mark. Picked off though, it's Baker. Shot on, Humphrey the save. And he'll cover that one up. Humphrey now looking upfield, long lead pass there, they connect. Finds his man in Roberts, who will leave it for Andre. Drew Andre brings it up for the Blackfish. Andre for Malott, who finds Vanachuk. Pass for Gillis, looking for Malott in tight, he scores. Tic-tac-toe, Blackfish 3-0. Who needs your leading point scorer when you got a team this deep? How about it, folks? Blackfish come roaring out of this one. 3 straight goals. And just like that, the Grizzlies in danger of getting knocked off. Barnes, he'll work that up. Squarick finds Quebeca. He's already got a goal to his score sheet already. Let's see if he can get another. Gillis for Malott now. Malott up for Andre off the bench. Here come the killers for the Blackfish. Quebeca for Gillis. Gillis finds Malott. Malott tries to split the D. Cycles back. Backhand shot. That one's wide though. Shot clock hits 0. Grizzlies in control. Turpin. He'll work that up for Denon Armstrong, who brings it up through the neutral zone. Armstrong plays that one back. Intended for Baker, couldn't handle it cleanly. Ball finds its way to the Blackfish bench. So here they come. Gurney shot on. Can't find the mark. Ball skips out of play. New rubber checks in. Turpin up for Mogg. He'll bring it up through the neutral zone. Mogg flips that one over. Finds Mellish. Works it over for Toru Muramatsu. Looking for Brunchen tight. Good defense though by Squarick and Jensen. Squarick now plays that one up. Intended for Scott. Couldn't handle it cleanly though. Clark's there for the Grizz. Does his best Ronaldo impression and works that one up. Bring it up the other way is LeBerge. LeBerge finds Baker. Baker now. Delayed penalty, so Wandler heads to the bench in favor of the extra man. So here they come. Armstrong trying to find Baker out of his reach though. And Barnes takes control of it for the Blackfish. So now it looks like it's going to be Scott headed to the box here. He's pleading his case. The referee just politely explaining to him what he did wrong. 2 minutes, cross-checking the call. So for the remainder of this first period, the Grizzlies gonna get a man advantage here. So a chance to kind of cut that lead down to size. Brunch, Armstrong. He'll work that one up for Baker. Right back to him, Armstrong. Brunch, back to him, Armstrong. Makes a move in, tight shot on, scores! No goal! Couldn't toe the line, so just like that, the Grizzlies had a chance to cut the lead, but couldn't toe the line. Respect the crease, ladies and gentlemen, but here they come. Doughty all alone in, tight shot on. No goal, another crease violation. The Grizzlies, 2 goals now wiped off the board. Respect the crease, folks. Roberts, he'll play that one over for Gillis, who works that one up for Vanachuk. Quebeca off the bench, plays that one over for Henning. Henning getting rubbed off the ball there by Bucket. Good defense by the Grizz. Bucket up for Brunch. Final 60 seconds in the first quarter. Let's see if the Grizz can get it going. Armstrong, Brunch now, back to him. Brunch up at the top. Armstrong for Brunch, for Muramatsu, couldn't handle it cleanly. Single digits on the shot clock now. Brunch steps into one, Humphrey the save, as he saw that one the whole way. Squarick gonna bring it up for the Blackfish. Gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Squarick still moving. Tried to find Malott. Just out of his reach though. But they'll maintain possession. Andre over for Barnes, Reese Barnes. Time winding down here, see if the Blackfish can generate one more shot. Reese Barnes shot on, blocked in front. Malott tried the spinnerama, but to no avail. When we come back, it'll be 6 seconds of a Grizzlies power play to start out the second quarter. Don't touch that dial, folks. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Stay with us. Welcome back into the booth, lacrosse fans. Second quarter, moments away. So far, it's been all Blackfish in this one as they came out of the gate like gangbusters. 3-0 for the men in red. Face off now, won by Barnes. Barnes plays that one over. Intended for Squarick. Ball finds its way into Blackfish bench. So here come the Grizz. Clark, as he's falling, makes the pass to Mogg. Keeps the possession alive. Mogg's going to flip that one ahead for Carlson. Carlson for Muramatsu. Muramatsu over for Brunch. Brunch for Baker. Pass back to Brunch now, makes a move to the outside. Trying to find someone in front. Muramatsu steps into one, shot on, rebound. And a little bit of the rough stuff now, as it looks like it's Brunch mixing it up here. With none other than Justin Gurney. So Gurney's headed to the box. Referee's going to deliberate here as we await the verdict. Brunch looks like he avoided any penalties. Gurney trying to get under the skin of the ALL West's point leader. Matter of fact, in both divisions, Brunch is the top point getter with 51 coming into tonight's contest. Not sure what happened back east tonight, mind you. But coming into tonight's game, Brunch was tops of the ALL with 51 points. Okay, and we're back. Muramatsu over for Armstrong. 7-minute power play for the Grizzlies. Ball kind of up for grabs still after that high rebound. Kept in by Baker. He'll find Manarino. Single digits on the shot clock now. Works that one over, intended for Baker. They couldn't quite connect. Blackfish going to allow that one to tick down to 0, and they'll bring it up. Roberts finds Gillis. Gillis now cycles back. Plays that one up for Vanachuk. Vanachuk trying to find Quebec on the one-timer. Couldn't handle it cleanly now. Wandler, long lob pass. Trying to find Armstrong off the bench. Might have been a bit of a miscue there by the Grizzlies netminder. So the Blackfish scoop that up and bring it back up. Barnes now plays that one over for Vanachuk, who goes cross court for Malott. Ethan Malott. Mogg right there, keeping it on the outside. Malott is trying to split the D. He's still got it. Backhand shot, are you kidding me? What a goal, Ethan Malott. How about it? Short-handed, no less. Malott taking on the whole Grizzlies defense core and buries it backhand. Top shelf, where mama keeps the cough medicine. How about it, Ethan Malott? What an individual effort from number 4, and now the Blackfish are up 4. Just like that, the Grizzlies in danger, getting knocked off the top spot in the ALL West. Lots of lacrosse to play though, folks. And the Grizzlies are a resilient squad. They know how to get it going. Armstrong now works that one in tight from behind the net. What a goal. Dagan Carlson. Good feed from Armstrong. Finds him in the office, and Carlson goes around. I tell you, I always say the same thing. 10, 15 years ago, guys were just doing that in warm-ups, messing around. Now it's commonplace. The concentration, the athleticism, the hand-eye coordination, unreal. Dagan Carlson, no shutouts tonight. Here we go. Reese Barnes wins another draw for the Blackfish. Roberts now splits the D. He's got a little room to operate. He's going to tag up, slow things down a little bit for the Blackfish. Reese Barnes tried to play that one off the boards. Robbie Turpin kind of made things a little harder for him. Speaking of, he's got it now. Turpin. He'll play that one over for Mellish. Mellish for Brunch now. Back to him. Mellish across the way for Muramatsu. Muramatsu. Mellish. Working it around are the Grizzlies. Brunch now. Fires it over. Carlson looking for a second of the night. Rebound. That one finds its way to the corner. Now it's Squarick trying to get that one up, but the Grizzlies forecheck pays dividends. Okay, Lady Momentum, she's a fickle mistress. Can the Grizzlies capitalize? Brunch, Muramatsu. Little backhand feed for Carlson. Back to Muramatsu, up for Brunch now. Brunch fakes like he's passing and then shot on. Rebound by Carlson. Couldn't find the mark. Here come the Blackfish. Jensen in the neutral zone. He'll play that one over for Gillis. Gillis for Quebeca. Up top for Vanachuk. Austin Vanachuk. On to Drew Andre. Andre. Works it in and around. Andre got to throw it on net as time was expiring. Doughty going to start out with it for the Grizz. Here they come. Caden Doughty. He'll play that one up for Carlson, who leaves it for Brunch. Brunch for Armstrong. Back to him. Grizzlies trying to find that angle of attack. Brunch walks in, shot on. Good save, Humphreys. He got the left pad on that one. Pass from Armstrong to Muramatsu with the one-timer. Humphrey turning that one aside. Ball's loose now. One of the Blackfish bench still up for grabs. It's the Blackfish who come out with it though. Cam Square trying to bring that one up. Baker keeps it in though. Grizzlies not making it easy. Brunch now. Carlson. Excuse me, that's Armstrong. Back to him. Grizzlies probing. Trying to find that set play. Brunch. Armstrong makes a move to the outside. Trying to find Baker in behind the net. Ball skips wide. Muramatsu throws that one on net. Takes a hard bounce off the backboards and rolls all the way down. Laszlo Henning trying to catch the Grizzlies on the back foot. Little backhand pass from Malott, who works it to Vanachuk. Vanachuk trying to find Henning. Front of the net, they couldn't connect. Clark, quick play up for LeBerge, can't handle that one cleanly. Turpin scoops it up though. Turpin still with it. He'll flip that one for Muramatsu. Here come the killers for the Grizzlies. Muramatsu. Armstrong for Brunch. Back to him. Armstrong trying to feed Muramatsu on the one-timer. Good save, Humphrey. Muramatsu got his lumber on that one, making it hard for number 24, Jensen, to get it out. Now the Grizzlies in control. Toru Muramatsu, one-man wrecking crew on the forecheck. Grizzlies still enjoying this extended power play. Brunch, shot on Humphrey. Got the left shoulder on that one as he turned it aside. Brunch now over for Armstrong. Finds Muramatsu, but Humphrey flashes across the crease and turns it aside. Man, oh man, Brandon Humphrey has made some great saves tonight already. Mellish trying to cut in there, but couldn't find anything. A little bit of the rough stuff happening. But that one gets extinguished before Flames can catch. Wasting no time. They're coming up the other way. It's Brian Simmons trying to find Doughty there in tight, but Humphrey stands tall. Squarick taking on Mogg and Turpin. Squarick just kind of shoveled that one and dumped it in. Clark now brings it up to the neutral zone. Clark on to Baker. Aiden Baker for Armstrong, who finds Manarino shot on, and Humphrey makes another save. Brandon Humphrey. Justin Gurney, he's well rested, and he has rejoined the battle. Even strength, Blackfish kill it off. Pretty good for a 7-minute penalty kill. Only 1 goal surrendered. Andre trying to find the corner. That one goes wide and out. That's our mid-quarter timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stay with us. So it was a face mask and a roughing was the 7-minute penalty. 7 minutes. And the Blackfish only surrender 1. Wandler now, he'll start out with it and he'll play that one up. Mellish. Up for Armstrong. Armstrong over for Baker. Baker. Manarino makes a move, in tight shot on. Humphrey though stands tall yet again. Brandon Humphrey having himself a hell of a night so far. Gurney plays that up for Malott. Malott brings it up for the Blackfish. Here come the killers. Andre Kabeka. Xander Kabeka over for Gillis, who spears that one out of midair. Finds Henning. Plays that one back for Andre. Single digits on the shot clock. Gillis, long shot on. Wandler the save. Going the other way with it now, it's Brian Simmons. Brian Simmons has got Moffitt with him and Doughty as well. Finds Doughty, odd man rush opportunity. Doughty shot on, can't find the mark. Moffitt the rebound in tight. And he couldn't toe the line. Crease violation there on the Grizz yet again. Respect the crease. Gillis now finds Vanachuk. Vanachuk cycles that one over for Henning, for Kabeka. Kabeka, Malott. Malott looks for Henning in tight. He scores up and over. How about it? 5-1 for the Blackfish as they continue the offensive onslaught. My, oh my. Just when the Grizzlies looked like they were getting back into this one, the Blackfish swat them back down. 5-1 in favor of the Blackfish. Face-off still up for grabs. Check from behind as well. Let's hope all players are all right. Looks like they're good. So Grizzlies going to be awarded possession. Armstrong makes a move in tight. Long shot on. Humphrey makes the save. Scooped up by Brunch. You keep the possession alive. He'll find Baker. For Carlson onto Muramatsu. Toru Muramatsu now cycles it over. Finds Armstrong, who finds Brunch now. Brunch, little shake and bake. Works it over for Baker. Sharp angle shot. Humphrey the save. Rebound scooped up by the Blackfish. Here they come. Blackfish deadly in the transition. But looks like Simmons and co. were able to change in time. Grizzlies on the D. Blackfish on the attack. Kabeka. Malott. Gillis now. He'll work that one inside. Gillis plays it over for Andre. Andre over for Gillis, couldn't handle it cleanly. Clark scoops that one up and works it up for LeBerge. LeBerge for Clark. Clark works that one over. Sharp angle shot there. No, it was a pass by Mellish. Looking for the backdoor chance by Brian Simmons, but stayed out of the net. Blackfish on the attack. Henning plays that one back for Gillis. Brian Gillis up for Vanachuk. Vanachuk back to Gillis, now on to Malott. Gillis with it now up along the short side, he'll cut in. Fires that one for Henning. Henning looking for Malott. Malott backhanded pass there. Margetson plays that one up for Doughty. He'll take it the other way for the Grizz. Doughty passes over, finds Mellish there. Shot on, Humphrey the save. Rebound to Malott, who works that one over for Andre. Off the bench, shot on, Wandler the save. Looks like we got a penalty. I think it's against the Blackfish bench here for an illegal substitution. It is. Krozik heads to the box, so he'll take one for the team. 3:22 remaining in this first half. The Grizzlies get another power play opportunity, albeit this one a little shorter than the previous, but a power play nonetheless. Brunch, he's going to start out with it. Grizzlies looking to get one back in the score sheet here. And Muramatsu wastes no time. That's how you do it, folks. 6 seconds is all it takes for a power play goal for the Grizzlies. Now the deficit is cut to 3. Margetson going to check into the dot for the Grizz against Barnes, who has been deadly on the draw so far here tonight. Face off now. We'll call it a Margetson win there as he kind of used the body to trap it, but the Grizzlies turn it over. Going the other way with it now. Shot on tight. Wandler the save on Reese Barnes. Wandler plays that one up for Mogg. Mogg on to Muramatsu. Muramatsu looking for a second of the ball game. He'll throw that one back for Mellish. Made the shot as he was going to the ground, but couldn't find the mark. Muramatsu tried to play that one back in tight. Bit of a check from behind. Most sports, that's a penalty or a card. Lacrosse, just a change of possession. Brunch in tight, but Humphrey makes the save. Rebound to the left corner of the Blackfish netminder. Still up for grabs. A wraparound attempt by Brunch, but a crease violation. So the power play goal will bring it back to even strength. Kabeka for Andre. For Malott, who works it to Gillis. Gillis. Over for Andre, looking for Vanachuk in tight. Can't handle it cleanly. Scooped up by Clark, who plays that up for LeBerge. LeBerge. Nifty passing by the Grizz, some give and go here. Baker gonna retreat briefly. Moves that over to Carlson, who finds Manarino. Marcelo Manarino. Pass across for Moffitt. Moffitt looking for the pass, still with it. Fires it for Manarino, couldn't handle it cleanly. Here come the Blackfish. It's Krozik. He'll bring it up. Krozik into the attacking zone. Trying to work that one to Kabeka. Picked off by Buchan as he kind of knocked it towards the Blackfish end. It's picked up by Turpin. A shot on Humphrey there. He saw that one all the way and turned it aside. Final 60 seconds now of this first half. Gillis straddling the line. He'll play that one across. Finds Malott. Ethan Malott for Gillis up along the short side. Gillis fires that one across for Henning. Back to him. Gillis tried the shot, scooped up by Mogg with a block, and Mogg's taking it the other way. Nash Mogg, shot on. Good save by Humphrey. Kept in by Doughty now. Grizzlies trying to work it around, but Lundy has other ideas. Timeout, Blackfish. 17.8 remain in this first half. Let's see what Ryan Jensen and co can draw up for what will most likely be the last possession of the first half. Stay with us. Welcome back into the booth, ladies and gentlemen. The grudge match continues. These two teams saw each other on Saturday, so they're looking to do their best to get the W here tonight at the Fieldhouse at the Langley Event Center. Here we go. Net empty for the Blackfish. 10 seconds on the clock. Let's see the play. Vanachuk over for Henning. Finds Malott in the slot. Hard shot off target. 1.6 possession awarded to the Grizz. Mogg with the Hail Mary, and it's wide. That'll do it for our first half. After 2, it's 5-2 for the Blackfish. We'll be back in 10 minutes as we get set to bring you the second half. We'll see you then, folks. The Tuesday night tussle, Act 2, Chapter 3. Begin. Margetson Barnes, won by Barnes. He'll bring it up for the Blackfish. Over for Malott on the far side, plays that one back up top for Squarick. Over for Gillis, back to Malott up along the far side. Ethan Malott works it over for Henning in the slot, shot on, scores! Henning put the ball on net and good things will happen. And just like that, the Blackfish are back up in front by 4. Well, I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, but whatever Jensen said to the boys kept them rolling. One by Barnes. He'll play that one up. Trying to find Gurney there on the back door, but Muramatsu knocked that one down. He'll bring it up for the Grizz. Clark now in the neutral zone. For Baker. Baker for Brunch. Brunch. Back up for Carlson. Carlson got some room. Shot on, scores! Dagan Carlson cuts the lead in half. Grizzlies answer back. Both teams coming out of the locker room ready to play. Barnes against Margetson. Possession is everything. Violation there on the Blackfish. So possession awarded to the Grizzlies. Denon Armstrong up to the neutral zone. He'll play that one back up top for Brunch, who works that one over for Manarino. Excuse me, that's Muramatsu. Muramatsu. Armstrong. Armstrong trying to find Brunch on the back door, but Jordan Roberts got a piece of that one. And he'll bring it up the other way for the Blackfish. Roberts up through the neutral zone. Still with it. He'll tag up though and flip that one, leaving it for Henning. Laszlo Henning makes a move to the outside. Shot on. Wandler, the save. He'll play that one up. Finds LeBerge. LeBerge Over for Muramatsu. Muramatsu steps into one, but Humphrey, with a flash of the pad, turns him aside. Krozik now tried to find Barnes, couldn't handle it cleanly, but does off the boards. Nifty little athletic play to keep that one alive. Barnes now takes it in behind the net and plays it back up for Quebeca, who works that one over. For Andre, plays that one over for Barnes. Barnes now trying to throw that one on net, lost a stick in the process. So now it's Caden Doughty bringing up for the Grizz. Doughty, odd man rush. Clark on the trailer. Good block by Gurney. In tight though was Brunch, who stuck with it and puts it past Humphrey. Good, complete team effort there by Doughty and Clark. And it's Brunch cleaning it up. And the Grizzlies now within 2. 6-4 in favor of the Blackfish. But that's back-to-back goals for the Grizzlies. Could this be the start of the comeback? Let's find out. Face-off won by Barnes and corralled in by the Blackfish. It's Roberts. He'll bring it up through the neutral zone. Roberts passes that one over from Malott. A little overzealous kind of check there, checking from behind. So it's going to be the Grizzlies' ball. Carlson over for Mellish. Jackson Mellish now for Muramatsu. Muramatsu over for Baker. Muramatsu works that to Manarino. Manarino for Baker, shot on. Humphrey the save, no rebound to speak of, as Humphrey swallows that one up. He'll play it up for Squarick, who brings it up to the neutral zone. Squarick works that one over for Malott. Malott to Quebeca. Quebeca still with it. Sharp angle shot, Wandler the save. Quebeca picks up his own rebound, takes a hard hit from Kelly, but Blackfish maintain possession. Gillis backhand feed there for Vanachuk, trying to find Quebeca in the slot. They can't connect. Clark now, lob pass up for LeBerge. LeBerge gonna slow things down and allow the Grizzlies to complete the change. Armstrong makes a move. Armstrong, shot on. Humphrey though, another save, Brandon Humphrey. He'll play that one up for Lundy, who plays that one back for Henning. Laszlo Henning now with it. Makes a move to the outside, then cuts back in. Backhand pass for Vanachuk, who works that one over for Gillis. Gillis over for Henning. Makes a move, steps into one, hit a man in front. I believe that was Margetson with the block shot. Good defense by the Grizz, keeping the Blackfish to the outside. Delayed penalty now too on the Blackfish. So Wandler heads to the bench. Man advantage here for the Grizz with the delayed penalty. Armstrong tries to shot. Manarino, no, it's Muramatsu. Carlson, rebound City, but Humphrey, you kidding me? Stands on his head with a couple of great saves there. Brandon Humphrey keeping the Grizzlies at bay. And Henning collects another penalty. I believe it's going to be a double minor, so one for holding the stick and the second for the technical foul there. But it's also called unsportsmanlike in lacrosse. Armstrong wastes no time with the first shot of the power play. Good save, Humphrey, as he got the right shoulder on that one. Baker now up for Brunch. Brunch, Armstrong over for Muramatsu, passes that one back to Brunch onto Armstrong. Armstrong finds Baker, can't handle it cleanly though. Baker scoops it up and maintains possession for the Grizz with a little back step, takes it to the net. Humphrey the save. Scooped up by Jensen, he'll play that one up. Intended for Malott. Malott Trying to work his way around Quinn, and does. Malott now shakes him off. Shot on, great save. Wandler as he turns him aside. Big time save on the Grizzlies netminder to keep him in on this one. Armstrong back for Brunch, back to him. Brunch now for Muramatsu, back up to Brunch. Kyle Brunch, Armstrong. Armstrong fakes the shot, looking for the pass, still has it, keeps it. Over for Carlson, trying to pick the corner, but that one goes wide. Single digits on the shot clock. Muramatsu loads up, takes a shot. Hit Armstrong, a little bit of a friendly fire there, but it looks like he's okay. Kellner plays that one over for Andre. Onto Vanachuk. Austin Vanachuk works it up the far side. Blackfish coming up on the halfway on this penalty kill. Quebeca just going to dump that one towards Wandler, who's going to play that one up for Mogg. Mogg plays that one up for Brunch. Brunch now over for Muramatsu. Muramatsu to Carlson, back to him. Muramatsu, backhand feed. Carlson for Moffitt. Trying to find Carlson on the back door, but Scott getting in front of that one. Good defense by the Blackfish. They'll try to work that one up for Reese Barnes, and it gets there. Reese Barnes plays that back for Squarick. Squarick for Vanachuk. Vanachuk on the outside, cuts in. Vanachuk plays that one up for Malott. Sharp angle shot, hit the side of the net and bounces off the backboard. Brunch flips that one for Armstrong. Armstrong looks like he's back to fighting shape after that shin shot. Carlson, Muramatsu, Brunch now. Muramatsu back up for Brunch, stepping into one, shot on block by Scott though. And it's Jensen who's gonna bring it up the other way for the Blackfish. Jensen still with it. Makes the pass after falling to the ground. Good concentration there, but here come the Grizz. Armstrong fends off Square, still with it. Armstrong up for Brunch. Brunch tries to fire that one on net, but Roberts got in front of that one. That's our mid-quarter timeout. When we come back, we'll get set to bring you the rest of the third quarter. Stay with us. All right, folks, welcome back into the booth. 6-4 in favor of the Blackfish, but it's the Grizzlies on the power play. 43 seconds remain. Here we go. Muramatsu for Brunch. Armstrong back to Brunch. Muramatsu. Grizzlies working the outside. Brunch onto Armstrong. Back to him. No, broken up by Roberts. It's loose now. Who's got it? Brunch. Shot on. Blocked in front by Kellner. Trent Kellner getting in front of that one. Good defense by the Blackfish, keeping the Grizzlies to the outside. And even if they get through the defense, then they got to get through Humphrey, who's been playing unreal so far. Roberts going to play that one back for Andre. Laszlo Henning standing in the sin bin. 3 seconds remaining in his penalty. He'll rejoin. Even strength. Blackfish kill it off. Pass intended there for Quebeca. He couldn't handle it cleanly. Here come the Grizzlies. Mogg gonna shovel that one up for Moffitt. Moffitt now finds Carlson, who works that over for Muramatsu. Tora Muramatsu makes a move over for Mellish. Loose ball push called there, so here come the Blackfish, shot on by Lundy. Good save, Wandler. He'll scoop that one up and look up. He checks that one down, though, and plays that up for Simmons. Simmons still with it. Finds Turpin. Robbie Turpin for Baker. Still loose, though. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Baker now up along the boards. Kellner right there. Scott's in there, too. So is Barnes. It's loose, though, in the corner. Blackfish gonna let that one tick down to 0. So here come the Blackfish. Reese Barnes up through the neutral zone. Barnes finds Vanachuk. Vanachuk plays that one back for Quebeca. On to Henning. Henning now fires it over for Vanachuk, looking for the return. Can't handle it cleanly. Scooped up by Quebeca, though, who finds LeBerge, scoring him not so gently into the boards. Now it's Buchan, plays that one up for LeBerge. LeBerge leaves that one for Armstrong. He'll head to the bench. Armstrong back for Muramatsu. On to Carlson. Carlson plays that one over for Armstrong. Armstrong trying to find Muramatsu, but it's picked off by Gurney, who's going to take it the other way. Justin Gurney. Bounce pass for Gillis. Gillis now just outside the attacking zone. He'll work that one up for Henning. Laszlo Henning now up along the short side. Cuts in. Trying to power his way past Doughty. Makes a spin move. Shot on. Can't find the mark. Vanachuk, though, scoops that one up. Looking for Henning on the back door there. But he can't get there cleanly. Shot clock ticks to 0, so Grizz ball. Doughty. Moffat. Thomas Moffat into the attacking zone. Plays that one for Brunch. Up for Manorino. Marcelo Manorino now. Over for Baker. Baker, he's got some room, makes a move. But Humphrey makes the save. Number 35 standing tall between the pipes tonight. Barnes into the attacking zone. He'll lob that one back up for Henning, who plays that one over for Quebeca. On to Gillis to Malott now. Looking for Quebeca on the back door, but he doesn't get there. Now taking it up the other way, it's Buchan. Buchan still with it, tries the shot on, but it's wide. Ball takes a hard bounce off the backboard to Lundy. He's got a man with him, it's Malott. Trying to find him in tight, he does, shot on. Wandler, though, with the save. The left shoulder for the Grizzlies netminder turns it aside. Both goalies starting to heat up in this one. Armstrong with it now. Armstrong cuts in, shot on. Humphrey makes the save. Humphrey gonna play that one up for Vanachuk. Austin Vanachuk to Gillis. Gillis up along the far side. Gillis finds Henning, who works that one over for Quebeca. Back up top for Gillis, then on to Malott. Malott now makes a move. Excuse me, no, that's Vanachuk. He cuts in, couldn't toe the line. Crease violation there. Grizz in control. Doughty leaves that one for Moffat. Moffat now brings it up. On to Muramatsu, who finds Brunch. Brunch for Mogg in the office. Mogg in tight for Muramatsu. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Back over called, so Blackfish gonna set up shop in prime time real estate. Buck and 3/4 remain in this third period of action. Gillis to Henning. Henning now. Over for Malott. Malott on to Gillis, who cycles in. Gillis plays that one back for Vanachuk. Austin Vanachuk. The Blackfish trying to keep going to that back door. So far, nothing. Hard hit there by Laszlo Henning. It was LeBerge who got the brunt end of that one. Grizzlies bench pleading for a call, but the best the refs can do is award possession. It's a tough game, lacrosse, ladies and gentlemen. Brunch now up along the far side. Kyle Brunch looking for Carlson, and tight shot on Humphrey, the save. Scooped up by Squarick, he'll bring it up the other way. Here come the Blackfish. Squarick gets hit by Armstrong, who creates the turnover. Final 60 seconds in this one. Armstrong still with it. He'll slow things down and play that one back up for Baker. Baker now works that one around to Doughty, to Manarino. Manarino shot on Krozik, though, get in front of that one. Manarino takes a hard hit from Krozik, and he's headed to the sin bin. Pleading his case, but to no avail. Referee's going to decide the sentence. Two minutes for illegal body check. So the Grizzlies special teams goes back to work. 38 seconds remain in this one. The next goal in this contest feels like a big one, folks. Here we go. Brunch is going to start out with it. He'll play that one up for Muramatsu. For Carlson in the office, back to Muramatsu now. Back for Carlson, trying the one-time wraparound opportunity, but couldn't complete the process. Now it's Kellner up the other way for the Blackfish. Up for Gillis. Gillis now. Little backhand dipsy doodle to Kellner. Nifty little pass there from the Blackfish forward. Kellner will play that one up for Quebeca. Across the way for Gillis. Gillis, some nifty stick work there to generate the shot. That'll do it for our third quarter of action, folks. 6-4 in favor of the Blackfish. We'll be back in 2 minutes as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Welcome back into the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, the final chapter of this saga to be written. 15 on the clock. 2 goals separate these sides. Something has got to give. Welcome in to another exciting edition of the Arenalcrosseleague League at the field house at the Langley Event Center. Margetson knocks Reese Barnes off the face-off throne, and the Grizzlies start out with it. Muramatsu up for Brunch, back to him. Muramatsu, Brunch now, he's got it. He'll play that one over for Armstrong. Grizzlies probing, trying to find that angle of attack. Here they come. Brunch tries the pass, hit a man in front. Good hustle as he keeps the possession alive. Muramatsu steps into one. Off Humphrey and out of play. Fresh 20 on the clock, 48 seconds in the power play. Muramatsu on for Brunch. Brunch now with it. He'll find Armstrong, who works that one for Baker. Back to Armstrong, back to Baker. Baker, cross the way for Carlson to Muramatsu, who finds Armstrong. Back to him, Muramatsu, low shot on Humphrey, the save. Yet again, Brandon Humphrey makes the save. And the Blackfish, a shorthanded opportunity. It's Roberts, fending off the man. Shot on Wandler, though, turns him aside. Big save by Braden Wandler as he'll play that one up for Caden Doughty, who works that one up for Muramatsu. Now on to Mellish. Back to Muramatsu. For Brunch now. Finds Armstrong to Baker. Grizzlies on the attack here. Final seconds of the power play. Shot on by Armstrong. Save Humphrey. Another shot. Hit a man in front, though. And Humphrey covers that one up. Humphrey checks that one down for Gurney. Gurney brings it up to the neutral zone. Some nifty footwork there. Back over called. Wasting no time. Here come the Grizz. It's Carlson. Shot on. Somehow stays out of the net though. Brandon Humphrey, another save and a body check, but he got a little too overzealous there and left the net empty, and the Grizzlies make him pay. Good goal there. It was Carter Clark. Heads up play there. You got to admire the passion from Humphrey, but took one step too many. And just like that, the Grizzlies are within striking distance. Here we go. This one had the making of a classic written all over it, and it's turning to be just that. A little overzealous on the draw by Marginson. So Blackfish awarded possession. Vanachuk works that one over for Andre. He's got it up along the far side. Plays that one back for Malott off the bench. Here come the killers for the Blackfish. Malott. Gillis. Gillis now makes a move to the inside. He'll fire that one across for Quebeca. Quebeca looking for Malott on the return, but they can't complete the pass. Malott now with it. He fires that one for Quebeca with a backhanded chance, misses the net. Shot clock ticks to 0. Delayed penalty now. Looks like it's going to be holding the stick. Jack Marginson heads to the sin bin. 2 minutes holding the stick. The Grizzlies got to kill this one off. And the Blackfish are looking to build on the lead. Here we go. Blackfish power play. Henning, he'll start out with it, finds Andre, who works that up for Quebeca. Back to Drew Andre, who works that one over for Henning. On to Gillis, back to Henning. Gillis now, Henning. Malott looks in tight, shot on by Andre. Wandler the save. Robbie Turpin now is going to bring it up the other way for the Grizz. Turpin for Mogg. Mogg going to slow things down here. Allow the Grizzlies to change. Mogg still with it. On for Moffett. Moffett now makes a move to the outside. Still with it, trying to power his way towards the net, and does, shot on. Crease violation though. Believe Humphrey made the save anyways. Gillis up to the neutral zone. Coming up on the halfway mark to the Marginson penalty. Blackfish on the attack. Henning. Backdoor pass for Andre. Wandler makes the save. Clark plays that one up for LeBerge. He's got it up along the short side. LeBerge. Trying to work it up. Finds Armstrong, who plays that back for Manarino. On to Moromatsu. Toru Moromatsu looking for Manarino. Couldn't get there though. Brandon Humphrey out of his net. Plays that one up for Gurney. Gurney up for Gillis. Gillis. Back up top for Malott. Back and forth. Malott now for Andre. Malott for Gillis, shot on. Wandler the save. That one's corralled in by Clark with a backhand flip for Mogg. Mogg looking up. He's got Buchan and Doughty with him. Mogg taking it up. Shot on. Humphrey, though, turns him aside. Rebound. Great concentration there by the Grizzlies as they stay with it the whole way. I believe that was Buchan. I believe it was boarding is the call. 2 minutes, Mogg for boarding. Face-off won by Barnes. So Doughty knots it up even. Great tenacity shown by the Grizz to stay with that one. But now they'll have to set up the defense here and try to keep the Blackfish off the score sheet. Ball still loose, taking a few bounces, and it's the Blackfish who capitalize on the bounces. Drew Andre found Gillis in the slot. Drew Andre coming up a little limp here. We'll hope that he's okay. Gutsy play by Drew Andre to continue that play. A beauty feed to Gillis in some primetime real estate. Andre a little slow to the bench. We'll keep an eye on that one for you, folks. But it's the Blackfish now capitalizing on the penalty. So just like that, the Blackfish are back in front. Face off now. It was won by the Blackfish and brought up by Henning. Henning gets a hit from the boards by Buck, and here comes Quinn. Crease violation. So now it's Simmons who works that up for Muramatsu. Toru Muramatsu. Always deadly with the ball in his basket. He'll work that one over for Armstrong, who steps into one. Beat Humphrey, but not the iron, as the ball ricochets off the post. Wandler comes out to play it, and he'll work that up for Muramatsu. Muramatsu now on to Brunch. Brunch along the short side. Makes a move to the outside. Tries the backhand feed for Carlson, but he can't get it onto the net cleanly. Blackfish play it up, out of the reach of Gurney and scooped up by Doughty. Grizzlies relentless on this attack. Brunch with it now. Makes a move to the outside, tries to split the D and does! Brunch goes aerial, but can't find the mark. Ball's loose, scooped up by Moffitt. Grizzlies maintain possession. Manarino steps into one, can't find the net. Ball's loose now. Corralled in by Humphrey, who plays that up for Gurney. Gurney now up through the neutral zone. He'll bounce, pass it up for Vanachuk. Vanachuk, he's got some room. Vanachuk finds Gillis, shot on Wandler, this save. Wandler, he'll play that one up. Long lead pass for Mogg, they connect. Mogg's got LeBerge with him, but the Blackfish make the change in time. Mogg, forced to the outside by Squarick. He'll play that one back to Muramatsu. Muramatsu now steps into one. Humphrey, though, with the save. Humphrey will check that one down up for Jensen. Jensen now lugs it up through the neutral zone. He'll work that one up for Andre, out of his reach zone, scooped up by Clark. Clark's got Simmons with him. There it is. Simmons all alone, just Humphrey to beat. No, Humphrey shuts the door. What a save, Brandon Humphrey. My, oh my. Stealing hearts and making saves. Looking like a brick wall back there. My, oh my. Muramatsu now. He tries the sharp angle shot. Humphrey turns that aside. Moffitt, sharp angle shot. Humphrey, it's in the padding there somewhere. No, it's actually loose. Blackfish got to get it over in time. They do. Roberts takes a hit from Mogg. Mogg trying to get that one loose, but the Blackfish maintain possession. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Vanacek will play that one back for Andre. Single digits now. Here we go. Blackfish on the attack. Gillis tries the pass intended for Quebeca, but it's Doughty who's going to bring it up the other way for the Grizz. Doughty wasting no time. Still with it. He's going to find some open space and bring it in. Doughty plays that one over for Armstrong, who finds Manarino. Marcelo Manarino back over for Baker with the sharp angle shot. Can't hit the mark. Manarino now plays that one over for LeBerge, trying to find Armstrong. But it's Baker who settles things down. Manarino now plays that one across. Looking for Baker in the slot. Can't hit the net. Now here comes Krozik the other way for the Blackfish. Krozik takes a hit from Clark. Good defense by the Grizz to create that turnover. Margitson gonna bring it up. Up through the neutral zone. Jack Margitson in control. He'll play that one over for Moffitt. Moffitt now for Brunch. Brunch For Muramatsu for Moffitt. Moffitt, shot on, good save, Humphrey. Rebound scooped up by Malott. He'll bring it up for the Blackfish. Malott up through the neutral zone and on to Vanachuk. Austin Vanachuk finds Andre. Henning now with it, takes it around the net. Stripped of that one by Buck, and good defense by the Grizz. Wandler plays that one up for LeBerge. LeBerge works that one over for Armstrong. Armstrong. For Manarino, who looked for Muramatsu. Bit of a miscommunication there, but Grizzlies maintain possession. Carlson over for Armstrong. Armstrong trying to break through the defense, but Krozik step for step right there with them. And then there was Jensen to clean it up as well. Good defense by the Blackfish. It's our mid-quarter timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stay with us. Welcome back in, folks. Our fourth quarter coming to a close here. 4 and change remain. Grizzlies down by 1, and the Blackfish on the attack. Andre, Gillis, back to him. Gillis with it now, finds Andre. Andre, on to Kabeka. Kabeka cycles in, tries to pass across from Malott, they connect. Malott now trying to power his way to the net, makes a move. Lost the ball in transition. Mogg now starts out with it for the Grizz. Lob pass finds Doughty. Doughty up through the neutral zone and onto the attack. Here come the Grizz. Doughty finds Moffitt off the bench. Works that one over for Armstrong. He's going to slow things down here. Finds Brunch, the ALL West point leader. Works that one over for Carlson. Carlson now for Armstrong, who finds Moffitt. Moffitt for Carlson. They score. Still no hold on. Grizzlies bench saying it's a goal. Still no official word though. It's good. And it's a tie ball game late in this one. Seven all. Could we get some overtime? Would we be so lucky? So Dagan Carlson knots it up. 7 all at the field house, baby. Here we go. Reese Barnes wins the draw. Margetson right there trying to get it back. Reese Barnes brings it up to the neutral zone. Reese Barnes still with it, shot on. Ball out of play and onto the Blackfish bench. Buchan gonna get it going for the Grizz. He'll play that one up for Moffitt. Moffitt for Brunch. Kyle Brunch. Plays that one over for Baker. Baker for Muramatsu steps into one, but Humphrey makes the save. Got the left shoulder on that one to turn it aside. Baker for Manarino. On to Muramatsu now. Muramatsu works that one over for Baker. Trying to feed Moffitt in the slot. But the defense for the Blackfish proved too much. Now finds Henning off the bench. Shot on. Scores. Wandler got a piece of that one, but it trickles through. And the Blackfish back in front. Wandler little slow to get up here. He's going to get a look from the trainer now. Wandler now up under his own power. But it looks like his night might be done. Now checking into the game, Boris Maximenko going to be called upon late in this one. We'll hope that Braden Wandler is okay. Here we go. Clark, Barnes. Battle of the dot. Face off now. Won by the Blackfish, but it's up for grabs. It's the Grizzlies who come up with it. Armstrong plays that one back for Clark. Clark quickly works that one over for Simmons. Simmons, shot on, scores! And just like that, it's tied again. And the Grizzlies strike back with one of their own. How about it, folks? 8-all late in this one. When the field house is a-rockin', don't come a-knockin'. Simmons checks into the circle now. It's Barnes who wins that one, but Simmons shoves him off that, much to the chagrin of the Blackfish bench. But refs say let the boys play. Quinn, he'll bring it up. He'll work that one over for Carlson. Carlson plays that one back for Brunch. Back to him. Carlson cycles in. Plays that one across for Armstrong, works it up for Baker. Baker looking for Carlson on the back door. Shot on. But Humphrey turns him aside. Gurney now couldn't handle it cleanly, but corrals it in off the boards. Gurney gets stripped of it courtesy of Bucket and Muramatsu. And Margetson plays that one quickly up for Muramatsu. Muramatsu back for Manarino. Marcelo Manarino. Plays that one across for Armstrong, who steps into one low shot. Humphrey made the save. Gurney bringing it up for the Blackfish. Gurney for Gillis, on to Andre. Andre over for Henning, who finds Gillis. Gillis now for Drew Andre. Drew Andre fakes the pass, then goes up and over. Beat Maximenko, but not the iron. Robbie Turpin plays that one up for Manarino. Manarino now makes a move, in tight, shot on. Good save, Humphrey, rebound, scooped up by Barnes. Back check by Manarino though, but Blackfish maintain possession. Laszlo Henning has it for the Blackfish. Final 60 seconds in this one, and it's a back over. Grizzlies gonna get a chance here. They gotta get back. Mogg shot on, Humphrey makes a save though. That is a big time save late in the game. 8 apiece. LeBerge for Brunch. Kyle Brunch cycles in. Brunch makes a move, low shot. Shot on, hit the iron, but stays out. He'll grab the rebound and play that back for Muramatsu. Grizzlies gonna slow things down here. Brunch for Carlson. Carlson over for Baker, on to Armstrong. Armstrong for Muramatsu. Muramatsu for Baker, low shot. Hit a man in front, and it's Humphrey. We'll get a timeout from the Blackfish. Let's see what Jensen and Co can draw up. 10 seconds remain in this fourth quarter. We'll be right back to bring you the exciting conclusion of what's proven to be a great game so far. All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back. 8-all. Net empty for the Blackfish. They'll take the extra man here. in the final seconds. Buckle up, lacrosse fans. Here we go. Blackfish, work it up quickly. It's Vanachuk. Vanachuk finds Henning. Back to him. Vanachuk on to Gillis now. Gillis trying to find a man in the slot. But Buchan was able to knock it down for the Grizz. Okay, folks. Overtime. Sudden death. We'll be back in 2 minutes as we get set to bring you the extra frame. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right. Talk about some action. Sudden death. Here we go. Margetson wins the draw for the Grizz. Ball still loose, though, corralled in. Here we go. Grizzlies going to get the first crack at it to end this one. But first they got to get through the Blackfish, and then they got to solve Humphrey. Here we go. Armstrong with the ball up along the short side. He'll play that one back for Baker, who finds Muramatsu. Muramatsu on to Carlson. Carlson, Armstrong for Baker now. Single digits on the shot clock. Baker, Muramatsu steps in one, fires. Shot on, can't hit the mark. Ball takes a high bounce and into the Grizz bench. Blackfish in control. Henning brings it up. Who works that one over for Gillis. Back up to Malott. Malott over for Henning. Henning makes a move to the outside, finds Kabeka. Kabeka on to Gillis, shot on Wandler. No, excuse me, Maximenko with the save. Here come the Grizz. Mogg is going to play that one for Moffat. Moffat makes a move in, tight pass for Armstrong. Humphrey turns him aside. Another save, Brandon Humphrey. Ball's loose in the corner, scooped up by Barnes. Barnes brings it up through the neutral zone. He'll play that one back for Andre. Sudden death, folks. One more, no more. Andre up along the short side. Plays that one over for Vanachuk. Vanachuk, some nifty moves there with the shot, but Maximenko turns him aside. Boris Maximenko was thinking he had the night off, but he's been called upon to backstop the Grizz. Here we go. Carlson, Armstrong, finds Baker. Aiden Baker. Cross for Brunch. Kyle Brunch with some room now. Plays it over for Baker. Shot on, Baker! Hit the crossbar and somehow it stays out. Baker on for Brunch, fresh 20 on the clock. Grizzlies set up shop. Muramatsu for Armstrong now. Armstrong plays that one over. Picked up by Brunch off the boards. Brunch trying to find Carlson down low. He gets there. Muramatsu scoops it up. Shot on. The save by Humphrey. Another save, Brandon Humphrey, who has been superb in this one. He'll play that one up for Kellner. Tries to find Squarick. Bit of a miscommunication there and a turnover by the Blackfish. The forecheck trying to get that one back, but the Grizzlies break through. Here comes Clark. Clark. Over for Marcel Manarino. He finds Muramatsu. On to Brunch. Brunch up along the far side. Kyle Brunch. Looking, waiting. Find an angle, shot on, blocked by Lundy, and he takes it the other way. Lundy all alone, chance to end it. Shot on, can't find the mark. Ball takes a hard bounce off the back and onto Roberts. Grizzlies clamoring for a back over, but the refs let the play continue. Roberts now, stripped of it by Doughty, but he scoops it up and maintains possession. Roberts plays that one back for Andre. Andre for Gillis, the long shot on, scores! No way! What a goal, Brian Gillis. Threw it on net, because the shot clock was expiring, and it gets through Maximenko, and just like that, it's over. The Blackfish have done it.